So, the first time I met Kyle was at Marcy Joe's. Mikey brought him, Mikey's new friend Kyle. I'm pretty sure the guy didn't even order a cinnamon roll. Who the heck does that? Kyle P-Taxi Rife, that's who. Yeah, P-Taxi. Bet you didn't know that about him. He was our P-Taxi at the lake. And the guy says Roll Tide, and I don't even think he's an Alabama fan. Like, I don't think he means it. The only people that I know that would do that are people that are sus, and that guy is super sus.
Kyle, I remember it was very late at night, like 11:30. Big fella comes in screaming about God knows what. I think maybe Mikey had stolen his car, something like that. So the big fella pulls out a sock filled with nickels. Then Brandon grabs a can of hairspray and a lighter. I can't tell you anymore, but sounds really sus to me.
Kyle, I'll never forget. It's about 1.5 years ago. Mikey and Brandon were coming to get me for dinner, and I hop in Mikey's car, and there's this bald dude in really tight skinny jeans just sitting in the back, not saying a word. In fact, he didn't really say much at dinner, even when I played 20 questions. He didn't really say a lot, and I was like, who's this really weird, awkward dude? For the longest time, I thought you were weird. And then finally, one night, you hung out with us because you decided you wanted to actually be our friend. And then you made me throw up in your car because you're such a bad driver. You know, there are a lot of moments where I was like, who's this weird dude? Still think you're weird, but I love you. And you're one of my favorite people now. Welcome to the friend group, Kyle. Hope you have the best birthday ever. That this video finds you well. Because I don't know who we'd be without you today. You've added so much to our group dynamic. Thanks for being great. Thanks for being awkward. Thanks for having a dry sense of humor. And thanks for being you.
Okay, so here's the thing about this Kyle guy. So I met him a couple years ago. First time hanging out with my group of friends. I trust everybody there. So of course I just assume I can trust him. We end up playing this game. We team up. Midway through the game, he betrays me. Goes to play with somebody else. If that's not enough, I come up with this great idea for a coffee day once a week. What does he do? He takes it over, acts like it was his idea. And to top it all off, I'm just gonna tell you, this is a freaking icing on the cake. This dude tells the same freaking story every day. I'm just saying, he's sus.
And that today you have the best birthday, day, it's your day.
Frickin' Kyle's an idiot. I don't know why we have to do this on his.
Hi, Kyle. One of my favorite things is whenever you talk about going to college with Mikey and some of your favorite memories and things like that together. But we all know that Mikey is 65 years old and actually went to college in the 70s. So I just don't know if we can trust that. Also, you're the best podcast recommender. My favorite podcast you've recommended is Deca, which is about people being trapped in a spaceship and killing each other off one by one. So those two things together, pretty sus.
Kyle, my favorite memory with you is that time you came over for dinner. I had made pork chops that night and we prayed together and we later watched Ford vs. Ferrari. I think that was sometime in like February-ish. Or maybe it was somebody else. And I don't even know what I mean when I say this, but I want you to know you're super sus.
Kyle, dude, happy birthday, man. Like, we're so thankful to know you. We haven't known you that long, but bro, I'm excited that we know you and looking forward to getting to know you more and more. Hope you have a great birthday. Kat and I were thinking about, you know, when you came over to the house and like you kind of said that you play music and then, you know, you started playing like every instrument in my house and I was like, all right, dude can play. I really like that story. And he is so sus.
That guy is sus.
That guy is sus.
That guy is sus.
That guy is sus.
Yeah.
Well, I know that Kyle is not gay, but he sure is super sus.
Yes, I remember when I met Kyle. Me and my buddy Arthur, we were trying to find Excalibur. That doggone Arthur was copping a real attitude. It was really getting under my skin. And then all of a sudden, this young man named Kyle Reif walked along. And boy, was he a dandy. He walked up and said, "Hey, let's go to the store. In fact, you know what? Even better. Let's go to a diner." So me and Mr. Reif were walking along and having a big old time, cutting up, shooting the breeze. And all of a sudden, I saw this chicken. His name was Peck, and he was wily as the day is long. But Kyle just fed him some bird seeds, and we were on our way. We plopped down at that diner. I get me an apple pie, and he does as well. And the waitress looks at us, and she says, "Hey, fellas, a la mode?" And me and Kyle looked at each other and smiled and said, "Every time." All of a sudden, I realized I gotta go wash my hands. So I run to the bathroom, and I come out. And you know what I find? I find Peck in my seat, sitting across from the Kyle Reif. And lo and behold, my apple pie a la mode was completely gone. Here's the thing. Could it have been Kyle? Maybe. But there's no way my friend would ever do it. Doggone Peck. You have a happy birthday, Kyle. You'll never be sus in my eyes. Oh, wait, forgot to hit end.